So this is my Boeing 737. Now I'm going to bury this in my garden. That's the plan anyway. But first of all, we need to cut this back off over here. So we've got the 3CX here ready to lift. What can possibly go wrong? How much does the back of a plane actually weigh, really? I mean, it's only a bit of aluminium, isn't it? This... Got Dave here from Squeeqy Clean Services. He's volunteered to actually wash this plane, which we're all happy about, I'm sure.
Yeah,
so
she'll get it up really nice today.
My water supply, you can put your finger over it and stop it, so we're going to have to wait a bit. But anyway, let's see how he gets on. Right, so Dave has done an amazing job here of the plane. If you have a quick look at that. It's like a brand new jet now, if you ignore the bottom's cut off and the other end, but you know what I mean, we're nearly there. And we can nearly read the BMI look. How good's that? What's your channel called?
Squeeqy Clean Dave.
And what do you do?
Exterior cleaning, window cleaning, pressure washer, gutter cleaning, solar panels, roof cleaning.
And you invent some stuff as well?
I invent some stuff as well. I do a few builds.
Thanks for coming to watch the plane, Dave. Links in the description for his channel, whoever wants to head over there and have a look. But big thumbs up. We need all the help we can get. So I needed some windows for my plane. Looked on eBay, found a bit of a place that sells it. Basically, he's got everything. So he says, come down and have a look. So let's go and have a look here and see what we can buy. Well, it's always a good start when they've got an aircraft fuselage here. Sort of place I want to come to, this is. Right, David, what are you making here?
I'm making a boardroom table for a client, and that's another piece. And I've got this bit of CFM engine here, which you get on a Boeing 737, and then I'm just going to shove that on top of there like that, and I'm going to weld that in place, and then just literally put that piece into there.
That's what you do here, you make bespoke furniture.
Yeah, we do. Yes, we do. Yeah.
Aircraft parts.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes we do sculptures and stuff like that as well.
If you want any fancy aircraft parts making or whatever, you're the man, aren't you?
We also supply raw as well, as happy to supply anybody.
Yeah, so any sort of aircraft parts. So the plane's looking a bit better up. I've cleared it out. Let's have a look what I bought off David. Boeing 737 wheel. We've got some seats, more seats, 2 trolleys, 7 of these box things for the kitchen, a Boeing 747 cooker, an emergency life raft, the survival kit that goes with your raft, and a proper aeroplane first aid kit. I also built this jet engine. So this is an APU out of a different plane, so I think we ought to get that running, don't you, at some point in the future. But if you have got a proper Boeing 737 APU complete with a generator and all that lot on it, I do want one, because ideally I want to run the whole underground system on a jet engine. We've also got the Boeing 737 windows, so we can fix them. These are designed for the pressure to be blowing out, which is what everyone keeps saying about this project. You're going the wrong way. You've got pressure coming in on this project, which is correct. It is the wrong way round. But once the concrete sets, as long as it holds the concrete, this plane isn't doing anything. You keep saying put TV screens behind them. TV screens either side of there. Although it's going to be insulated around, it's still going to be a more hostile environment than in here. So I still need your help with a good solution for this, because I do want to have these windows as a feature. Look at that, it even fits. It's not going to work if I spend a load of money on TVs and then they just all go wrong. So I'm thinking of different ideas of merchandise for this plane, and I've drawn out this Boeing 737-500 series. I think the logo's going to mess up, but we'll give it a go. The problem I've got, although it's cut pretty well, to have a logo on there, look, that's like 60mm by 60mm, 2 and a bit inch each way, and it can't quite cut it. It does all this fine. That is too intricate. Obviously the small plane was way too intricate. This is a swift cut machine, and they have also got their own water jet cutting machine. So let's go there and have a play and see if we can use one of them and see whether it'll cut the logo a bit better, work out where we can do some merchandise or not.
We are about to cut, for the first time at Swift Cut, a piece of Boeing 737 fuselage. We'll take it out.
Get a tab on it.
Of course.
I brought a hoverboard motor, see if we can cut through that. I think we need a bit of entertainment as well, don't we? So this is the motor it cut through. It's cut through the magnet, the aluminium, but it also cut through the tyre. If we do work out a bit of merchandise from leftover bits of plane or whatever, they have said they'll help me cut it out. So thank you, Swift Cut. Link in the description if you have a look for plasma cutters and everything else they sell. Although I didn't buy a new machine, I did buy the forklift off them. I want to lift the back of this plane up now. And this is what the top of the plane looks like. We can just get up on here. Where's that ratchet strap? Do we think ratchet straps are going to work? One ratchet strap? I've got my doubts. Yes, that looks fine. There she is, look. One ratchet strap. She seems to be going up, doesn't she? I think we need to wedge some stuff underneath. If that snaps, we're going to do damage, aren't we? That's 2 pallets underneath. Strap is still holding, look. Strap is now not holding. Good job of the pallets underneath, eh? Probably should have used these in the first place, shouldn't I? Come on, Dave, safety first. I think the chains are a better idea, but we don't bend that fork. Come on, plane. The next job on the list is rip all this insulation out. Now, I've even got a mask, glasses, suit, doing full health and safety. So let's get ripping it out. More bird's nest, look. Nice. This is what I'll put onto the plane to look like. Imagine this underground, this framework. I think that looks absolutely mint. Look at that. There is a couple of holes in the roof I have noticed. See the light coming through. Luckily it's not made of wood, else this thing would be scrap, but it's actually all right. And here's all the debris, what we took out. Look, all the insulation. That bin's full. We've got all that lot down there. This one is joined all the way back, all the way around, solid, and these bits go right the way through it compared to the other ones. If you look on behind it, but just behind, near the back of the wing, is that section there. So if I go on a plane, that's where I want to be. Also, we've got a load of stamps. Look here, see that? 10th for the 7th, 93. All these stamps, everything's all done. Now, one other factor I have noticed while stripping this, she's had some repairs. So if you look here, that's a repair. Come down this cross member, we've got some more of the green paint. That green paint is more the colour I wanted the inside to be, so I might flip the inside over that colour yet, so I'm not sure, because I don't want to hide all these nice rivets. But look at that, repair there. Go across this side, got another repair. Another repair here, look. Anyway, this is looking way better. Just look at that. On the outside, like a ring of LEDs pointing in that you can't see, which will just light them up. We could put some pictures on the outside, couldn't we? TV screens would be cool, but let's be real about it. Whatever we're doing, I don't want to spend, like how many TV screens you need. Spend all that, get it working, lasts about a week, and then it's scrap TVs. Any more suggestions on that, obviously, let me know, because I do listen to suggestions. When I wanted to buy this plane, this is what I visioned, right? In my head, this is what I've been seeing all the time. What a great interior for a bunker. Come on, you've got to admit, that is going to look so good. Videos. I love it. Absolutely brilliant, that is. We need to get rid of this waste, and that bin looks a bit full, so let's fix that. Also found a bird's nest, look. Now we need to think about the furniture that go at this end before we make the bulkhead. And David's come for another trip to drop some more stuff off. So let's see what we've got. Right, David, what have you brought me today then?
Some seats for
Oh,
you.
we've got seats.
And a nice, beautiful galley from the front end of a 737, or ever say 3.
First class seats these are. Adjustable seats, reclining. The water heater. Got another trolley. This is a rat. Ram air turbine. More of my little boxes for the kitchen.
You guys
Now slide it in. So that's the plane about kitted out, and obviously David supplied all the bits. I have paid for these bits, but he has done me a massive favour on the price. So if anyone wants any aviation parts, I'll put a link to your company in the description. You can contact you, can't they?
No problem
Yeah.
at all. Happy to help.
So if anyone wants any cool bits of plane, you've got loads of stuff, haven't you?
Oh, we have indeed. Yeah.
So today is the day. We're going to cut the back off. This is the only day it's not raining for I don't know how long. We're going to use the 3CX to try and hold this back up. Now, the back of the 3CX, safe working load, 1,000 kilogram, right? That's fully retracted in, 700 fully out. How much does the back of a plane actually weigh, really? I mean, it's only a bit of aluminium, isn't it? This bit here is like fiberglass. Bit of thin alley. But it's got a bit of structure up there. If it's over a ton, it's going to self-lower. That's all I can say. I could use a forklift, I know that. The new forklift I bought, it's 5-ton lift. The thumbnail for the video is going to look better using the 3CX with this. Do you not reckon? This never seems to work for me. Oh yes! Oh yes! That saved a few kilograms. This is the Lancaster we cut out, Swift cut. I have just extended the batch of the other Lancasters. We've got another 25. Well, half of them are already sold again, but if you do want a Lancaster, there's the last few remaining. I won't keep extending this batch because I want to move on to something else at some point. And I need to get this plane done, but there is some available at the moment, and I've tried to put it open to international sales, so have a look through there if you're from abroad, see how much it is, etc. Message me if you're unsure about anything. So I have managed to buy this model, look, and this is the exact model. If you look at the paperwork here, GBVKB of the exact plane, and obviously it says it's a 500 series. What I didn't realise is you'd think a 500 would be bigger than a 400 or 300, but that's not the case. 500 was the same as a 200. Before we cut this back end off, I want to show you the plan. At the back here, you can see like a solid bulkhead here. They're going straight down, and we know in the far end it's a curved bulkhead. So I'm thinking there's two bulkheads here. So there's this bulkhead plus the one behind, and obviously these are all the bolts. First plan was to unbolt that, so I could use this flange again to bolt the whole lot on the front end of the plane instead. To explain a bit better where it's going, I've printed this out. It's took like a week to print out. Obviously got the well here, where you go down the well. We all know that entrance, down the staircase. You come in the corridor along here, and then you come into the old bunker, which is an upside down container. But the other end here, with the room we're in now, is the bit we built last year, which is underneath the house. And obviously you come down here, and then obviously in the room, and then you go through this door over here to the tunnel to the container end. So here is the plane after we've cut the back of it off. This is a scale model, same as everything else here. The original plan, put a bulkhead on that end, put the door so that sort of connects there, right? And then out of this end, have a tunnel each side. One end going to like a phone box, a tunnel there, and then the other back door going to the shed. I was down the pub the other day and my mate John said there's no way you want to be entering that plane through any other door apart from the plane door, and he was right. We'll put this in here, like this, in there, tuck that in there, come out of this wall and join in through the plane now. Anyway, then I go and look at the plane, and this door here isn't as high as that door there. Little did I know. That's why we always board on that side of the plane. So we put the plane this way round at the airport where you walk into the plane, and it's got like a rubber seal that joins against the plane. Not seen one on Facebook Marketplace yet. This door's just going to be blanked off. We're not using this door because I realised you needed a big area like that to be able to open these doors anyway. So you enter through there. We make the bulkhead here like that with just a blank end with a doorway in it. We make this area with a little chute on it. And then my idea was to take the bulkhead off and put the dome bulkhead on here so we could see it. So I could just take the curved one and leave the flat one. Put that there, and we get an old, proper English phone box. I say we get one of them. Have you seen the price of these? These, in good condition, are £4,000. Now, that is ridiculous. I can make one way cheaper. So I'm either making one, or if you've got one of them you want to get rid of, let me know. In here, we make the lift, which I thought I'd designed this idea. Then I'd tell my lad, and he says, oh, I've seen that on Harry Potter. So here's the clip out of Harry Potter. We won't join it to the shed. That's Colin's idea. I'll just get criticised for copying Harry Potter instead. Kev Hodges messaged me, and he cuts these planes up, and he sent me these pictures, which was a really big help, because that explains how it all goes together. And yes, you can take the pressure bulkhead off and all that lot, but at the moment it's sealed at the back of this plane, and I don't want it to leak. So let's not fight that. Let's cut the plane behind the actual domed bulkhead, and we'll have to do something else for the bit we're making at the front. It would have been cool to show that dome off, but it is properly sealed around the bottom of this kitchen and stuff like that. I don't really want to disturb this sealer because we're trying to make this watertight, aren't we? Thanks for your help, Kev, and everyone else that keeps on messaging me. Obviously, if you want to follow more progress of this build, I do put some reels and stuff on Facebook and Instagram, so the link's in the description for them. Follow me on there, and you see a few bits in between the monthly videos. You get to see a few teasers. How cool is this to have your own ram air turbine out of an aeroplane? I think this was for a slightly bigger plane. I think this is for 777, right? So it's obviously a little bit bigger than we want. And these blades are designed to be doing like 200 or 300 mile per hour. I mount this onto like a Land Rover engine, right? Like onto sports dumper. And then we've got a backup generator. First to the second, 1993. This is a 1994 plane, but it actually says recorder. So is that where the actual flight recorder goes? Mount into these brackets. We'll do one of them as well, yeah? One of my plans was to have this on show because this is really cool, but there's no way now I want to take this off because the bottom's sealed across the back of the kitchen. It's sealed the way around, so if we just cut round the rest of the plane, leave this on. I know we're not going to be able to see it, but we'll know it's there, won't we?
Because you look so fine that I really wanna make you mine. You look so fine that I really wanna make you mine. 4, 5, 6, come on and get your kicks, and you don't need the money when you look like that, do you, honey? Big black boots, long brown hair. She's so sweet with her get back stare. Well, I can see gonna be my girl. It's a 1, 2, 3, take my hand and come with me because you look so fine that I really wanna make you mine. I said you look so fine that I really wanna make you mine. 4, 5, 6, come on and get your kicks. Now you don't need the money with a face like that, do ya?
Oh yes. That is mint. Well, we did it, didn't we? We're one step closer to burying this plane. Obviously, I'm still trying to push this channel up a bit higher. This is the coolest project on YouTube at the moment, I personally think. So if you feel like giving it a like, comment or subscribe, whatever you want to do. How cool does this area look inside, right? Should I be using this area here as the front of the plane? Put a floor like this level across, where that angle line sort of is there. Flat floor across. Keep all this in here with the, you know, with all the pipes and all that lot in here. Get rid of the jack screw that's in the way a little bit. All I've got to do is plate that little hole up, and we've got like a ready built box here. Obviously I need to fasten it on, so I need to weld a flange around this edge. One other question: hydraulic fuse, flow direction for closing. How does that go off? Is that if it's reverse fed or whatever? So my friend Ian, who helps me with the channel a lot, films for me and stuff like that, he's come up with a really cool idea, which I think you'll like. Obviously this can go back on a lorry. Once we fasten the front on, seal it all up, is there any shows, air shows or something where someone wants me to bring this along? I'll get it all finished to the point where it's going to get buried, and then you can come along and have a look round it. So I just thought it's a way of everyone seeing it without having to come around my house. If you've got a show you're organising and would like me to bring, obviously not like this where it's all finished, it'd have to be in like May, June, early July, because it needs to be buried after that realistically. But on the time schedule I'm working to, that's sort of where we're probably going to work. If you can message me or anyone suggest any shows or anything we could bring this to, I don't know. Some people I think would like to see it. It's a bit of a cool project, isn't it? It's different. Could you leave it on the lorry, put the steps up, and you come in and have a look. What do you all reckon to that? In the galley at the back, I have found this. I don't know if you can see it on the screen or not. Last flight, BMI Baby, KB, which obviously that's the plane, 05 September 2012. VCE, which I think is Venice Airport. Obviously, I'm trying to find the person that actually wrote that. The BMI Baby people, if you can find out who wrote that, that's absolutely cool. What a great touch to put on the plane. BMI Baby went out of business on the 9th of September 2012. Another cool thing as well, my tray that I found loose in the kitchen at the back, look at that, it actually fits. It's got its own little parking area in the back, my BMI tray look. And this also clips straight on the top of one of them short little trolleys I bought. If people have got any BMI plane parts as well, like if you've got any of these storage boxes here, which are BMI ones, I have got one coming, but I'd love all them to be BMI ones. Also, obviously the trolleys, if you've got a BMI trolley. Toilet is clear now. I've cleaned that right out. I don't know why people want to use toilets in planes that aren't actually in the air, you know, this in the yard, but you know, I've cleaned that mess up now. So we need to take that apart and work out how we're going to make that work, because that needs to work as a vacuum toilet. Hopefully next episode we could do a bit of work to that. I need to see how they actually work on a plane, so I probably need to go for a bit of a flight. If we can get the vacuum toilet working in the bunker, that would be the ultimate plane experience, won't it? See you all next time. Thanks for watching.